Hello everyone, I am your host Ayushi Sethia and welcome back to our channel Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn that whenever new sale entry is made in Google Sheets, how you can automatically create invoice in Moneybird. So let's take an example that you are a business owner and you are maintaining Google Sheets to enter your sale records. Now you want that whenever you add a new sale record in your Google Sheet, automatically an invoice should get generated in your Moneybird account. For this, we need to create a connection between Google Sheets and Moneybird. So in this particular integration, we are using two software applications. The first one is Google Sheets, which is a spreadsheet program. So in place of Google Sheets, we can even use Airtable, Stackby, Grist or any other spreadsheet program. And the second application we are using is Moneybird, which is an online accounting software. So in place of Moneybird, we can even use FreshBooks, QuickBooks, Zoho Books or any other accounting software. So how we are going to create an integration between Google Sheets and Moneybird, this we will be learning in the further steps of the video. First, let us check this in the real time that how this complete process works automatically. So this is my Google Sheet named Sales Data and this is my Moneybird account where I have just 4 invoices over here. So now I want that whenever I enter the sale details over here in this particular Google Sheet, automatically a new invoice should get generated here on my Moneybird account. So I'm just going to enter the details. So I have added the contact ID. I have entered the invoice date as 18th of February 2022. Okay, I'm just going to make it a left alignment over here. Okay, the name as Shikha Arya, item description as Samsung Galaxy S21, unit price as 58,000 and quantity as 2. So I have entered the sale details. Now let us check our Moneybird account. I'm just going to refresh it. Okay, and here we can find a new invoice on the name of Pabbly. I'm just going to open this. Here we can find the name of the customer as Shikha Arya. This particular invoice is dated on 18th of February 2022, the date which we have mentioned over here. Okay, here we can find the description also, and here we can find the quantity. Here we can find the price, the total amount which is mentioned over here. So now here you might be wondering that I just entered the sale details over here in my Google Sheet and automatically an invoice is generated over here in my Moneybird account. So how did I manage to do this? Let me tell you, this has become possible just because of the automation and the integration process. So in order to create an integration between Google Sheets and Moneybird, we are going to use a software application named Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating both these software applications automatically. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So first we have to create an integration between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect is going to capture all the details of the sale record. And using those details, automatically a new invoice will get generated in your Moneybird account. And in this way, we are going to learn that how we can create an integration between Google Sheets and Moneybird using Pabbly Connect. So let us learn the integration process now. For this, let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free option. You can create your own account in just 2 minutes by clicking on this option. And you will get 100 tasks free every month. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on sign in. In the all apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on access now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on create workflow. Here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as Google Sheets to Moneybird integration. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on create. Now here we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want that whenever a new sale entry is made in Google Sheets, automatically a new invoice should get generated in Moneybird. So open this trigger window, and here in the choose application, let us find Google Sheets. In the trigger event, we have to select new or updated spreadsheet row. Now here we can see a webbook URL and some instructions are also mentioned. So by following these instructions, you can set up the webbook URL in your Google Sheets. So I'll directly take you to my Google Sheets. So this is my Google Sheet named Sales Data, where I have created a sheet named Moneybird Invoice, where I am taking the details of contact ID, invoice date, name of the customer, its item description, unit price and the quantity. Okay. Now here we have to create an integration between this particular Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect. For that, come to the extensions option and click on add-ons and click on get add-ons. Now it will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. Here we have to search for the application name as Pabbly Connect Webbooks. So you have to install Pabbly Connect Webbooks on your system. As you can see that it is already installed on my system. I'll just close this window. But remember, after installing Pabbly Connect Webbooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat, after installing Pabbly Connect Webbooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. Now once the Google Sheet is refreshed, you have to come to extensions once again. And here you have to come to Pabbly Connect Webbooks and click on Initial Setup. Now here it is asking for the webbook URL. So this will be the same webbook URL which we have seen in Pabbly Connect. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect. We are just going to copy this webbook URL from here and we will paste the same webbook URL over here in our Google Sheet. Now it is asking for the trigger column. So let us read the instructions. The trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webbook URL. So as you can see that I have the data from column A till column F and I want the data to be captured till column F. So I will give the trigger column as column F over here. Say if you have the data till column I and you want the data to be captured till column I, then your trigger column will be column I over here. Okay. And let's click on send test. Now here we can see that the test data is sent successfully. Okay. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect and when we scroll down here we can find that the response is received. But before that we have to just click on submit. Now again go to extensions, come to Pabbly Connect Webbooks and this time click on send on event option. So why we are selecting this particular option? Just because next time whenever the data is added to this particular Google Sheet, Pabbly Connect is going to capture the data automatically. We don't have to link the data again and again. So make sure you have a tick mark on the send on event option. Okay. Now let's move to Pabbly Connect. Here we can see that all the details of the customer are captured over here. Here we can find the invoice date, contact ID, name, item description, unit price, quantity, spreadsheet name, sheet name and all other details also. Okay. Here we can find the row index also. So now we want that using these details, automatically a new invoice should get generated in your Moneybird account. So come to this action window and here in the choose application, let us find Moneybird. In the action event, we have to select create sales invoice with line items. Okay, so I'll be selecting this particular option, that is create sales invoice with line item. Click on connect. Click on add new connection and click on connect with Moneybird. Now it will take me to the login window of my Moneybird account. Now as I am already logged into my Moneybird account, it is asking authorize connection between Pabbly Connect and Moneybird. So I'll just click on authorize over here and let's give away the access as the data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. Authorization successful. Okay, now the Moneybird account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to select the account name which is automatically captured as Papcon in my case. You have to select your account name over here. Now here we have to map the contact ID. So I'll just click on this mapping button over here. And I'm just going to erase this particular data. Come to Google Sheets and from here I'm just going to map the contact ID. Okay. Now here we have to give the reference. So I'm just giving the reference as ref underscore, and I'm just going the row number over here. Okay, row index value as 2. Okay, and here we have to give the invoice ID also. So I'm just giving it as invoice underscore and again the row index value. Okay, so the invoice numbers will get changed every time. Here we have to give the invoice date and all other details. So we have already got the details over here from the response of Google Sheets. So we are going to map all these details now. So I want the invoice to be generated on this particular date, that is 15th of February 2022. So we have to map the same date over here. Now the instruction is also mentioned that enter the invoice date here in YY, MM and DD format. That is the reason I have taken the date format as YY, MM and DD here in my Google Sheet. Okay, so I'm just going to map the date from Google Sheets, and this was the invoice date. First, due interval. So if you want to give the interval over here, you can map it, or else you can leave it as blank as it is not mandatory. Here you have to mention your currency. So as we are in India, I'm just taking it as INR. Here you can map your currency. And here it is also already mentioned that ISO 3 characters currency code is required. So if you are using US dollars, then you have to give USD, or if you're using euro, you have to give EUR. Okay. Prices are inclusive of tax. Here you can select as per your requirement. I'm just selecting it as false. If you want to mention some discount, you can mention the discounts. Here we have to map the line item description. So let us map it from Google Sheets. Okay, and the line item description was Samsung Galaxy S21. Here we have to select the line item period. So yes, it is for this particular month. So you can select it as per your requirement. Here we have to give the line item price from Google Sheets, and the price was 54,000 rupees. Here we have to map the amount, the quantity over here. We have already mapped the price over here. Here we have to map the quantity. So select the quantity as 2. Here we can map the tax rate ID. So if you want to mention the tax percentage, you can mention it over here. Okay. So as we have mapped all the details, now let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received. It means a new invoice is generated in our Moneybird account. So I'll just take you to my Moneybird account. I'm just going to refresh it. Okay, and here we can find the new invoice, that is reference 4 invoice over here. Invoice number as invoice 04. Here we can see that the contact name is Pabbly over here. So this is the company name. Okay. And when we open this particular invoice, here we can find the customer name as Shikha Arya. Okay. When we scroll down, here we can find the invoice date, that is 15th of February 2022. Here we can find the description. Here we can find the price. This was the quantity. And here we can find the total amount. If you mention the tax details, it will be mentioned over here. Okay. So in this way, we can see that a correct invoice is generated over here. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect, and I'll just save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay. Now we have to check this in the real time. For that, I'll just go to my Google Sheets, and I'm just going to enter one more details over here on the name of some other customer. So I'm just adding the contact ID over here. Let's give the invoice date as 16th. I'm not giving the same over here. Let us give it as 16. Let's give the customer name as Kuldeep Gupta. Okay. Let's give the item description as S22 this time. Okay. And quantity, the price as 60,000 and quantity as 1. Okay. So we have entered the details. Now let us check our Moneybird account. Okay, let's go to the invoices. Okay, and here we can find a new invoice. I'm just going to open this particular invoice. So this particular invoice is for Kuldeep Gupta. Here we can find the quantity as 1. Here we can find the description as Samsung Galaxy S22. Here we can find the price. Okay, we have not mentioned the tax details, so it is mentioned as 0 over here. And here, yes, even we can find the invoice date also. So in this way, we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect, and I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. So first we have created an integration between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect has captured all the details of the sale that you have entered in your Google Sheet, and using the details of the sale, automatically a new invoice is generated in your Moneybird account. And in this way, we have created a successful integration between Google Sheets and Moneybird using Pabbly Connect. So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can connect us to this Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video and this video are helpful for you, then please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.